Greetings and welcome to week 1 of Scientific Research Methodology MOOC. In this module of M1.2, we will be looking at the different types of research. Depending upon the area of research and the research problem selected, the type of research could vary as it would call for a specific type of methodology and the subsequent analysis of such a type of data collected. Primarily, research could be classified under two broad categories as quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative research could be defined as the one that deals with the collection of data in the numerical form and is based on systematic measurements. Such a research study will involve the testing of hypotheses by applying the statistical tools which will involve the data collected from a definite sample size chosen as per the requirements. In statistics, these are grouped as parametric tests. Qualitative research, on the other hand, is a much deeper research study of the areas that are not touched upon by the quantitative research. These would be observations related to certain occurrences, behavioral studies, attributes, etc., where the quantification is not always possible. At times, the researcher will have to develop some criteria whereby the observations can be classified for the analysis to be done and conclusions to be drawn from these. In statistics, these tests are grouped as non-parametric tests. Therefore, when the researcher selects the research problem, the methodology will have to be worked out with the experiments designed to suit the category of research, that is quantitative or qualitative. I would like to describe two scenarios of the experiments that you might perform while conducting your research. Scenario 1 is where you would perform experiments like calorimetric estimations, titration, connect a circuit and measure the various parameters, etc., whereby specific readings would be obtained. You would then perform various calculations as required and obtain the result, which would be in definite numbers and maybe with the units attached to them. Thus, you would be obtaining the numerical data. Now consider scenario 2. Here, say for example, you are observing swimming behavior of the fishes kept in an aquarium. Here too you would be recording the results, but those will be based on the observations and maybe you would need to describe these in words rather than the numerical readings obtained as in the first scenario. I would now request you to pause this video and classify these two types of methods of experimentation into quantitative and qualitative. Thank you. Most of you would have correctly classified scenario 1 as quantitative and scenario 2 as qualitative type of research study. Whether the research is quantitative or qualitative based on the thrust area of the research problem that the researcher would like to address, the research study could be of the following type: descriptive, empirical, fundamental, and applied. Descriptive research. As the name suggests, the research study is carried out to gather exhaustive details about a particular phenomenon that has occurred in order to investigate the reasons, the effects, and such other associated features. Such a study could also be carried out to make predictions of it occurring again in future. So, in this type of research study, the research data will give the actual account of the event through the factual data so collected. Therefore, the descriptive research is carried out through various means like survey, interview, literature review, etc., rather than the actual laboratory experimentation methods. Empirical research. This is based on the actual experimentation and or observation of phenomenon which probably has not yet been verified. Therefore, this could be an assumption to start with and could then be proved with correct research methods selected for designing the experimental design towards this objective. This data generated from such experimental work, when analyzed critically, could draw the inferences whereby the assumptions made earlier could be accepted or disapproved. This type of research could therefore also be of analytical type, where already existing data or facts could be subjected to validation under varying experimental conditions. Fundamental research. This is focused on the basic sciences or pure sciences and is mostly done by the researchers to gather the knowledge that would serve as a foundation for further similar studies. The important outcome of such a research study could lead to its beneficial applications in various other fields. Many of the postulates, theories that we follow today in the understanding of so many different natural phenomena and the mechanisms of metabolic pathways have been the fruit of such fundamental research studies. Applied research. As mentioned earlier, the existing fundamental knowledge could be augmented and extended with the objective of betterment of humankind as well as the other organisms and their ecosystem. Such is called the applied research, which can contribute to the discoveries in the field of medicine, agriculture, environment conservation, to name a few. The offshoot of applied research is the translational research, which is aimed at translating the results of research done in basic sciences and technology field into outcomes that are of benefit to mankind, such as drug discovery, vaccines, etc. Thank you for watching.